How are you going to save $100,000 in the next few years when you're barely making ends meet? I want to share with you a few tips and tricks how you can save your first 100,000. Now they say that the first $100,000 is the hardest to get, and then once you get there, you're going to see it compounding. How I was able to save my first $100,000 was a little bit different than the tips and tricks I'm going to share with you today because I actually did it in real estate. And back then, 20 years ago, you could buy a house and essentially flip it for 3 to 4 years later and make 100 grand easily. But in today's market, that just can't be done because people are sitting on their houses, not able to sell it, and they've got to take a big drop in price in order to even sell it. So what I want to share with you is how you're going to get to that $100,000. The best way to get to $100,000 is to invest it. Now, what you need to do is you need to set up a monthly contribution every month. You got to set it and you got to forget it. Because if you're just trying to make lump sum contributions, then you're not going to be able to take advantage of dollar cost averaging. And you're going to have to just try to plan, and it just doesn't work. But if you set it and forget it, then it happens every single month. And if you need to stop it, you need to stop it. If life happens, if you have to fix your car, then you've got to stop it. Let's say, for example, you invest $500 every month and you earn a 10% compounding interest rate. Guess how long it's going to take you to get to 100K? It's going to take you 10 years. Now that's not too bad. So if you're 40 years old today, by the time you're 50, you're going to have $100,000, and then it's just going to keep compounding after that. Now you might say, Cynthia, that's going to take me too long. Well, if you want to do it in 7 years, you're going to have to up your ante. And if you invest $800 a month every month, you will have your $100,000 in just over 7 years. All right, so where are you going to get the money from? Yes, I get it. We're all strapped. But think about the extra time that you have every week and every weekend. Are you partying? Are you going to bars? Are you spending your money on shopping? Are you sitting watching Netflix? You can earn an extra $500 a month just by completing a part-time job or by doing a side hustle. Maybe you can go on Fiverr. If there's a certain talent that you have, you might be able to earn an extra $500 a month that way. It's really not that much money, but if you earn it separately, then it's not going to affect your monthly cash flow. Maybe it's a part-time job. Maybe it's house sitting. Maybe it's walking dogs. Whatever you need to do to get that extra $500, it will make a big impact on your savings. Another place where you can get this extra $500 to $800, two ways. The first way is through your house. The second way is through your car loan payment. Those are the two biggest expenses that you and I have each and every day. And what you want to do is you want to make them as small as possible. I never have a car loan payment. I just don't believe in car loans because the amount of interest that you pay, and then by the time you pay off the car, it's worth nothing. So I usually try to save the cash for my car, and then I drive them for 4 to 5 years, and then that's how I never have a car payment. But say, for example, you do have a car payment, and especially if you have a truck payment, the truck payments are the worst because they're so high. I've seen the average truck payment right now is $1,000 a month. What if you trade in your truck? Okay, I know, I get it, guys in their trucks, I get it. I've had guys get really upset with me when I tell them to trade in their truck, but this is how you're going to get to your first 100K. If, for example, your truck is worth between $45,000 and $75,000, you're paying $1,000 a month. What if you trade in that truck for something between $10,000 and $20,000? Is that realistic? I know it's going to be difficult. It might be a little bit older and there might be some more kilometers on there, but realistically, can the average person tell if you're driving a 2025 truck versus a 2017 truck? I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. But that's how you're going to get that extra $500 a month that you can invest for your future. Now, if we look at your house, a lot of people have too much house they really don't need. So have you considered downsizing? Now, it's going to be hard in this market just to sell your house and buy something smaller, but you might be able to do it, and you might be able to save $400 to $500 a month on your mortgage payment, which you can then invest. But if you don't want to move, what you can do is you could rent out your basement or one of your rooms as an Airbnb, and you could definitely make $500 a month doing that, but you got to check with your city and make sure that you're allowed to do that. If you're not allowed to do that, then you may want to consider, you could even rent out your basement as storage. Like if you've got extra room there, then if somebody wants to store their stuff at your place, you could rent out that and make an extra $500 a month. Or maybe you just put in a separate suite and rent out your whole basement and get an extra $1,500 a month just by renting out your basement that you're not even using anyways. So I hope that this helps you on your way to save your first $100,000. If you have any other suggestions to help us get there, please comment below.